Hello and welcome to Couch Vintage Tractor Repair Channel. Here we have a massive Ferguson 35 4-cylinder, which is in for complete restoration, engine, gearbox, rear end and brakes. And over the next few weeks, what I'm going to show you is different stages of dismantle and putting it back together again. But this tractor is not all what it seems. It's actually a 1957 Ferguson FE35. On the tractor you'll see grey and gold on the battery tray and on the top of the gearbox. As you can see, this is a poorly restored tractor. Right? Somebody's just basically chucked it together. Lots of new parts. It's been sandblasted, so there's sand in the gearbox as well, but we're going to tackle that as we go along. But first of all today we're going to remove the bonnet, radiator and drain the engine oil. We're going to undo the pivot bolts which are holding the bonnet on. We've got one this side and see one on the other side. Next part of the job is we're going to drain the radiator. We have got a drain tap underneath. Whether it will work or not is another thing. But what we may have to do is just undo one of the radiator hoses. We've got the bonnet off, and now what we're going to do is tackle the radiator, which we can see there's a bit of damage, and it's obviously been painted and nobody ever blew it out to get all the dirt out. And obviously the drain tap is stuck, looking at that, but we might be able to undo it. So as the drain tap still won't come out, we'll undo the bottom hose, and this will make a mess. Just leave that there while that's draining off. We have another one at the top, another hose at the top, and we'll see if that will undo as well. Get nice and loose. There we go. If you come down here, somebody's actually squeezed some metric bolts on here where they nuts on here where they should have been imperial, which are just showing what the rest of the tractor is like. So we'll see if these will come undone. Move that across. I think we may see if we can get this radiator re-cored. I will send it away and see if we can keep the original radiator frame. That will come undone. There we go. So that's that one. We'll do this one. Take one off and we'll lift that out and just a little bit more water out. So now you can see the other side of the radiator. Obviously this is where the fan is in here, but thankfully again they've painted everything and there's dirt and rubbish all in here. And obviously the radiator is weighing quite a bit because I just think it's full of sludge in there at the bottom. So we'll put that to one side. Now we've got the radiator removed, we can actually see a little bit more of the engine. And basically what they've done, they've put this in this sandblasting booth and just sandblasted what you can see. So if we look inside here, I think we've got years and years of crud again. So, which is all inside, even right back all the way onto the the timing cover at the back. But we're not going to worry about that for now because it is all going to come apart. Right, so while that's still dripping a little bit of coolant out, what we'll do, we'll remove the sump bung, all right, and we'll see what kind of state the oil is in as well. What we're going to do, I'm going to drain the oil out the sump on here. So let's see what condition that is going to be in. Okay, it's fairly loose. So let's see what comes out of here. And here it comes. Nice and black diesel oil. So we'll just let that drain. Oh, I think we have some bits of metal in here. So what we'll do, if we go the other side now, we have the oil strainer basket. So what we'll do, we'll take that out and see what we can sort of get a hand in there and see what we can dig out. So next bit we're going to take off, because I put my finger into the hole of the sump and I can feel bits of metal, I think, in there. So what we're going to do, undo these 6 1/2-inch nuts, and then I might be able to get in there and drag some of whatever's in there out.
Try not to cover it.
Yeah, I know, it's just so awkward. And what we'll start doing now is start putting bolts in pots and things like that. Although I've done this many times, some of you that may be your first go at restoration or anything like this, and what I always do is obviously put all the parts in a pot, depending on what I'm taking off. If it's going to be the sump, all the sump bolts will go obviously in one tin. And these definitely haven't been out in a long time. They're actually pulling the whole stud out rather than just the nut. One more. Hopefully. A screwdriver. And out it comes. All right, so obviously here's the strainer. So actually full of gunge. All right, so that's obviously that's one part. But what we'll do is, you look inside, I don't think this has been changed for a very long time. There we go, look. Years and years of sludge built up. It's actually a bit grey. I actually think there's water in here. There's water in here as well. Okay, so I wonder if, yep. We can hear it, it's metallic, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure a piece of the cylinder liner. So I think somebody's either had an attempt at getting that out, or for some reason it is broken. So I'm sure if I get a magnet I can fish a lot more out of there. When we start pulling the engine out, we'll get the sump off as well and we can have a proper look then. That's it for this episode, and stay tuned for the next one where we'll be removing the front axle and removing the engine away from the gearbox. Hope to see you soon.